What up, crowd? So, did my hair for you guys. Got a better customized light so I can show my beautiful face. Now, we're gonna be talking about, it's a short little video since it already passed, and because I wasn't doing really videos, you know. But let's get to this. I want to talk about the bubble, the NBA playoff bubble. Bubble boy, let's make some bubbles. Well, anyways, let's get started. First things first. No matter how you guys want to put it, no matter how you want to dissect it, and I'm not gonna be talking about the GOAT. The GOAT is another conversation. But a playoff is a playoff, a final's a final. You cannot emphasize. There's something that Scottie Pippen said, which I agree, but it's still a playoff. Scottie Pippen said it's not the same as traveling, and I completely agree. So all those guys on ESPN saying, oh, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that he doesn't know because he didn't get to live it. The experience of just being in the hotel. Yeah, but you don't get jet lagged. And you don't get none of that. You don't get the pumpness or being pumped by the crowd. You know, so it's a little bit different. It is very different. But I know they were playing every 2 days, but still. To me, it's not the same experience, but it is a playoff. It is a final. They signed up. Even if they didn't, some teams they don't want to play, they signed up. And it's fair game. Lakers are champions. LeBron has 4 titles, and that's it. No asterisks, no nothing, okay? He's a champ. Lakers are champs. 17 titles, 4 championships for him, 1 for AD. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. First things first. Was it a disappointing playoff run? Because it was Miami versus Lakers. A lot of people would say that, but it's like any other cup. It's like any other cup. You know, sometimes the teams make it, sometimes the teams don't make it. And that's it. Now, let's go team by teams. You know, you got the ones who got swept, like the Phillies, Pacers, all them guys. Well, what can we say? They were always injured. They weren't playing that good. Miami Heat surprised. The one that was a shocker was Milwaukee, who lost, what, in 5 games? That was bad. That was really bad. Now, the Raptors would have had Kawhi Leonard. Would have been different? Maybe. They could have probably beaten Boston and maybe the Heat. Maybe. As for the Celtics, they're young. They're going to be something to mess around with. And now being tied with the Lakers, I'm pretty sure that dynasty is going to play even stronger so they can make another cup run in the future. Now let's go to the West Coast. The Nuggets. Jesus, that Jokic. Whew, Donovan Mitchell. They're going to be definitely the future of this team. Do I see a cup run? Yeah. Do I see them being champions? I really don't know. Lakers might go for a second one. Then you got a strong Golden State coming in. We don't know what the trade-offs are going to be. I wouldn't know. Utah Jazz and other young guys. You got teams like Pelicans, who have Zion, who was injured for most of the games. We're gonna come back. Memphis, who played really, really good. You know, you're gonna have a lot of teams. Houston Rockets, who are gonna have 2 years together with Brett Westbrook. And let's go to my favorite team, the Los Angeles Clippers. They choked, just like every other time. Just like when they had CP3 and Blake Griffin, they choked. Yes, on this particular case, I would say the coach is overrated. That's another video for another day. But I do believe Doc Rivers is overrated. People put him up here. I don't know if it's because, I don't want to say the word, but maybe it's because he's black and there's not a lot of black coaches in the league. That's why they have him in a really, 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 really high place. But I do see him as overrated. And PG choked. Kawhi choked in his last game. But I want to say this. You just can't look at them and say that when all the other team, basically not the other team, sorry, the other players weren't there either. I mean, come on. What is that? Go getting a hooker at 3 in the morning? Like, Jesus, guys. Like, get it together. Will they have a strong season next year with a new coach? Who knows? I would say yeah, but this is going to be a strong year next year, and their chance of winning, I want to cut it down If it was 90% chance that they were going to be champions this year, which didn't happen, I want to say their chances just grew down to maybe 65%. Because it's going to be a lot stronger next year. A lot stronger next year. Now, would I consider Kawhi's choke the biggest and worst of history? No. Hell no. There's other ones. And look up the research, but there's other ones. I consider the finals, if you choke in the finals, even worse. Even worse. But let's get to the champions. Oh, before that, Miami Heat. Whew. Those guys have a future. And by them being so young, having Jimmy Butler as like the number one guy or number two, however you want to put it, but having him and being so young, they have a bright future ahead of them. A bright future. Not only because they're young, but because how far they made it. Now teams are going to look at them as a championship team, and they want to get stars and all that. Just like the Bucks. If Giannis can get someone to help him, a shooter or even two shooters, dude, Bucks can still make a run next year if they get a shooter. And before I get to the Lakers as of NBA Finals, for NBA news, like especially with the trades or anything like that, or people getting fired, I will be talking about it in other videos. Like I said, GOAT debates, who are the best Lakers, who's the best Bulls, who are the number 4 or in the top 5, top 10 of NBA players. I will bring it up just with time. Now let's get to the champions. Let's get to the Lakers. Before everything and all that, there's a lot of narratives. Again, asterisks and all that. To me, if you're a professional player, you always have to be in shape. Like, come on, you cannot be off season and then not be in shape. They pay you to be an athlete, so you better be in shape. These guys had so much charisma together. They got it down in tune, and they won. They did what they had to do, and they won. They won, hands down. Would I say that the Clippers would have beaten them? Maybe. I don't know. But these guys played good. Can I see another 2 or 3 runs or rings? That's a hard debate. That is a hard debate. Depends how they go next year. Me, personally, I would say no because of the competition. But if they were to win again, I wouldn't be shocked either because they are a strong team. They're the champions. Now, the bubble itself, the Orlando and all that, it was great. I liked it. I did like it. I mean, what else can we do in this pandemic and this quarantine, anything like that? It sucked that there was not a lot of crowd, but I mean, it's the playoff season. The playoff runs for everyone was really good. I mean, you got Booker, you had the Clippers, how they choke. You have the Dallas Mavericks, who put in some skills. If they can have another little star in there, they can have. That's what I'm telling you. I can't see the Lakers winning another one or two. I wouldn't be shocked, like I said, but because of those teams and even the East, you got Kevin Durant coming next year, Klay Thompson, you got Stephen Curry coming in next year with Golden State. It's just next year's gonna be a lot better. And then of course the trades, even for 2021 season, the trades, the free agents, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be really, really fire. But just next year, are we gonna go back to the bubble, or there's gonna be flying? If it is like that, it's gonna be interesting. I really don't know, because technically, shouldn't the season start already? Well, technically no, right? Because we just ended it. But I mean, last year we were talking in December how the Clippers were gonna win. I wonder they're gonna start in December, or are they gonna wait? I don't know. All I know that I do count that championship, even if players didn't want to be there. I'll just put it this way: the Clippers were the Clipper fans. I am a Clipper fan, and it sucks. But come on, please don't say, "Oh, the Clippers didn't want to be there." If they didn't want to be there, they shouldn't have been there. That's simple. They should have just petitioned not to be there. They shouldn't have played or anything like that. So no, I will not take that. It's kind of stupid and it's redundant.